All your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times. I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up. Just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a Renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. That is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This is the tight end fan. So this matchup, the second of 3 games in London this year. Vikings and Saints were here last week, and then the Broncos and Jags. They'll be at Wembley at the end of the month. Plus this year, remember, a 4th European game, our first one ever in Munich, Germany. That'll be the Bucs and the Seahawks November 13th. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. This defense for the Packers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
2nd and 5 now. Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now it's Rodgers. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
The Packers are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Rodgers going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
Big Leonard Williams, the one who came in and got him.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
27 yards there, a 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They have punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Delano Hill. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really... a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Throwing Jones. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. 23 yards on the play.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And able to get this to the 31.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Isaiah Johnson there to make the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Tony. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And given the elements, this might have been what we would have expected, Charles. Scoreless into the second quarter.
The elements have definitely played a part in this game, a big part. And I think that both teams have been a little slow to adjust their playbook and start playing to whatever their strengths are in these conditions.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rodgers tapping his forward on the jet sweep. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, if they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane. And
I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. Right side to Watson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
Green Bay needed to get Aaron Rodgers some help at receiver, and they did so by picking Christian Watson 34th overall. That's the earliest they've taken a receiver since 2002. Watson has some NFL bloodlines as well. His dad, Tim, was also drafted by the Packers, and you know his father's very proud watching him pick up that first down there.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the counter, here's Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants will take over here at their own 14-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Jones now on 1st and 10. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
And Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Back to throw. Jones.
He's got Bellinger. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Up the middle with Barkley.
He'll take it inside the 25.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Back to throw. Jones.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with 3rd down looming. to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Gano's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Very short kick. This will be taken by... Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They run with Barkley on 1st down, and he gets about 5 out of it.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones, and his throw here's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this one to Galladay. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. That's taken in by Watson.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Oh, able to avoid him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On the slant, it's Fant. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get into him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
88. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He finds Watson complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
They'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw again on second down, Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers over the middle here. It's hauled in by Watson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead here this third quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. And that'll be caught by Tony. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. A handoff, Barkley running left, and he's got room. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 10-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Great stop by Devontae Wyatt, breaking through the line and stopping it cold. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A big chunk of real estate covered on the scramble, but it will be 3rd and goal.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Rodgers now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st
fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Touchdown! Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 5. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Jones. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Off play action, Jones. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
4 to go now as they come up on second down. And Jones going to keep once more. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Rodgers now on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try to run forward Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. And there you go, Charles. A guy you liked an awful lot coming out of college, I know, making the stop behind the line.
Yeah, I thought he had the best instincts of any linebacker I'd seen in about the last decade. Crashed together with some tremendous athletic ability. Not bad for the first month of his NFL career.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw. Jones. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Here's Barkley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. The defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be... Oh, no, he lost the football. And some space here. 20. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. It's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson from 3 yards out. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, Let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Jones gets this to Bellinger, and he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. To throw is Jones. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Jones. His throw incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Jones trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Jones looking around. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers to throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Rodgers looking to throw. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
back to throw. Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
This to possibly force OT. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Green Bay, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.